Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Geistal. Geistal. Or is it Geistal? yeah, different people pronounce it differently. In any case, we are in March and I'm standing outside in the rain and we have some things to do. Now, we couldn't really finish the plowing and cultivating yesterday, so what I'm gonna do is I'll try and put some it's funny, the rain keeps cutting out. In any case, I'm gonna put the clover and the alfalfa in the seeds. I'm gonna plant it, and since it's not gonna be freezing anymore, at least I think not. Let's check the weather. 15 degrees. No, it's mainly gonna be in the positives. I'm starting to think that we should move our cattle up to the pasture. We have a lot of cows pregnant, but they can wait until, well, it's gonna take until December until they lay their litter, until they have their young, so it's perfectly okay if we put them on the pasture in the meantime. Now, I was thinking of exchanging this Mercedes for a different one. I have this for 2, maybe 3 years. But yeah, I think it's slowly time to change it for something else. Something a bit more useful for the farm. Okay, so where do we start? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take my trailer, the car trailer, because it has a cover. I'm gonna take it down and bring some seeds over, because these are the crop seeds, and I can use this for transporting another batch of seeds without it getting wet. So this is gonna require my father's car. And while I'm down at the store, I do believe I'm gonna ask about a different car, if they could possibly set me up with something. Now I have something in mind already, but I'll not tell you about it just yet. Okay, everything seems to be well connected. Yeah, I'll not tell you about it just yet, but I think it's gonna be a great addition to the farm. And I'm gonna pay it out of my own pocket, because I might just take it with me when I go. Alrighty, made it down to the town, and time to go to the store. I've already told them what I need up front, so I just have to go in, pay, and collect my pallet of seeds. And it's raining really heavily today. It would also be very welcome, because father told me that he didn't have the chance to actually put some fertilizer on the ground, that supposedly all the wheat and everything else that we're growing in rented fields, that's completely unfertilized, and it might be a real bummer. if we don't take care of that before harvest time. And I honestly don't know if I can still put some fertilizer on the ground, since the crop is a bit more grown. In any case, let me settle the bill and I'll be right back. Okay, 2,153 euros later, we got a whole pallet of grass seeds, which includes different types of grass. And they're gonna take it here momentarily. While they do that, I can reverse my trailer in so we don't have to load it from the outside, because it's, as you see, very wet. I'm gonna try to reverse this trailer back. Alright, I think it is close enough. Yeah, it's undercover. I might have to pull it forward to open it. Vehicle issues. This is it. Perfect. Okay, I can go in a bit more than I was. Beautiful. Alrighty. So here we have a pallet of seeds. And I think I can use this, yeah, to load it onto the trailer. But I don't think this trailer is gonna take it as it is. I'm gonna have to kind of scooch it around 90 degrees. Alright. Now let's get it loaded up. Good, perfect. I did remember that it's March now, so it's a new month, and I can check if there are any new schemes or any new tractors that or vehicles, machines that we could get to test. Trying to close the gates. Anyway, let's check the schemes and government grants if there is anything that needs to be done. Okay, so we are progressing a bit forward. You can see we were at 150 in the performance. Now we are 185. This evaluation takes place every month. Okay, brand demo. Okay, so we could get Heimbook are offering your farm the opportunity to demo some equipment for 1 month. So these are, I think, weeders, and we ain't gonna need any weeders. Winter crop. This is also new. Encourages the planting of cover crops during the winter months to reduce soil erosion and nutrient leaching. You will receive a bonus for each field where you plant an approved cover crop during the winter season. Good. Crop promotion is still the same. Avoid mowing during spring. Let's sign up to that. Yes, I want to sign up. Okay, so we have natural fertilizer running, reduce bale wrapping, natural grazing, and avoid mowing during spring. Anything else happened? So March, the scheme expired. Alright, policy points. We were awarded. No. no financial harm has been done. We didn't get any points lost or any fines placed on us. For some reason I can't take this down. Anyway, let's say that it's undercover enough and let's make it back to the farm. I think the rain is slowly stopping, just about, and I've made it back to the farm. I've actually managed to close off the curtain on our curtain cider, but I think this trailer is not a good fit for us. Yeah, the thing is, we can't really close off, or we can't really put straps over the pallets because we have the cover here, and that in the end makes it very hard to keep the pallets steady. I'm gonna try and... oh man, this is heavy. Pull it out as far as I can, and now let's go get the Tittelmeyer. There's the cedar. Perfect. I think the best machine... well, technically we don't need the Zettelmeyer just yet. We need a tractor to put our cedar on and take it to the fields. And I believe the Mercedes is waiting for us over here. Yes, it is. Okay, let's get you off. So this Mercedes is perfect for seating and doing stuff like that because it has a very good turning circle and it's very maneuverable. So yeah, it's actually a no-brainer to take it out on the field with the cedar. Should probably open the second garage bay. Did you see the tractor lift? What in the world was that all about? I guess the cedar must have been stuck on something. that was just not how you do that. Alright, let me try and keep it as dry as we can. So yeah, these seed bags are actually small enough so we can lift them by hand, which is perfect. So I'm gonna load this up and we'll see you in a jiffy. And look at this, only 2 bags left, but we have a completely full cedar. I didn't want to put any more in because I don't want to get it. I don't want to have moist things taken out of the tractor, but I'm still gonna wait until the rain stops, and in the meantime I'm gonna move the cattle up to the pasture. This has always been the most exciting time of the year, moving animals to the pasture. And I couldn't be happier to actually be doing it by myself now. Did I lift the weight or did I not? Yes, I lifted it. It's so small I can't see, so yeah, I had to check. Yeah, I guess I woke up on the left foot today. Yeah, sometimes things just don't go your way. Which is fine. You gotta take it a bit slower in days like these. And just, you know, brush it off. Not put too much emphasis on it. Alright, this is our I-4 Williams trailer. I'm gonna pop it in here. Let me check. Okay, these are closed left, right, good. Good. I watch Dad do this hundreds of times. Well, let's see how well I'll do it. Gotta straighten it up. Alright, let's go load them up. Alright, so we got 6 animals in the trailer. We can't fit any more in. These are 4 adults and 2 calves, because I don't want to leave calves alone. So the adults are for making sure that the babies are nice and safe, at least feeling like they are. Because, you know, a happy cow is a healthy cow, and a healthy cow produces a lot of milk and everything, even though we don't really get any milk in this very moment. But still, it affects the health. Alright, so I think this is gonna be the first time that we go to our pasture. Engine lugging, okay. Father must be watching. The engine, and especially the transmission, do not like lugging. Low RPM under heavy engine load. You may have attached something too heavy for the machine, or you may simply be choosing poor gears if the gearbox is manual. Yes, I think I've been choosing poor gears. Sorry, Father. Let me just check something before we leave the farm. Alright, sorry ladies, just had to leave you for a minute here. And in the meantime, the rain stopped, which is, of course, a very good thing. Okay. So where we were? Where were we? Yeah, we were on the way to our pasture. I don't believe you've been there. So this is gonna be the perfect time to show you where it lies and how it looks like and all the nooks and crannies of it. I want to make sure that I drive as evenly as I possibly can without jerking too many gears. It's a fairly steep hill on this side, so it takes a bit of power and it takes a bit of time to get over it. But it levels off just a smidge around here, so we can actually go into a higher gear. Okay, perfect. Made it out of the rut. Yeah, if you believe me or not, the cows are very heavy creatures. So yeah, a trailer of 4 adult cows and, and 2 calves it weighs a lot. Okay, now we take left. If we'd be going down to the town, we would take a right over there. And there's a beautiful little small church over here. We might even visit it sometime. There is also a pig farm over here. So that's a farm that's even higher than ours is. And this on the right, the fenced off area, is our pasture. So I think it was in the first or the second episode I said we were gonna go up to the pasture. And this is what I meant by up. It's absolutely up from the farm. And the entrance is right down at the bottom. It's a fairly tricky thing to get in, and it's also a very tricky thing to get out of. So with the Fent, I don't even know if we have the turning circle to do it, so I'm gonna reverse in, at least try to. This is gonna be a struggle, I think. Try not to drive into the neighbor's field. Nope, don't want to tip the trailer. I'm sorry, my ladies. I do promise I'll get better at this. But I guess I need some practice. Okay, this I think is flat enough. So let's try and unload you. And here they are. Happily grazing on a fresh spring grass. And also you, yeah, let me scratch you behind your ears. Awesome. Okay, now it's time to move the rest. It's gonna take quite a few loads, I think, so I'm not gonna be showing each and every one of them. But as you've seen, it's a bit of a challenge to get in and out of this pasture. It's definitely meant to move animals by walking them. It was not meant to do it by tractor, but hey, times have progressed. And we gotta follow the trend. Yeah, you can definitely hear in the recordings that my brain is completely fried from all that plowing yesterday. Oh shoot. The noise, the vibrations, the time it took was like the whole day of plowing, and we still have some more on schedule. But hey, this is what it is to be a farmer. Oh my, it's already noon. When did that happen? You know, I really am feeling in the feel of I want to complain a lot. Yeah, it would be just so juicy to complain. I have so much to complain about. Yeah. Just like my brother in nationality, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the complaints out. I once read a joke, and it was so funny that the whole script for Arnold in the Conan of Barbaria was like, I don't know, 2 full sentences, and everything else was just grunts and jarls and earths. It's funny, but hey, a man made a fortune out of that, which is a feat in itself, I think. Well, as I said, I'm not gonna bore you through it. I'm just gonna do this the rest off screen, but you've seen where the pasture is. You've seen how we transport our beautiful animals. And in the meantime, we're gonna... Excuse me, in the meantime, I do hope we're gonna have some alfalfa already in the ground. Maybe even clover. We'll see. Alright, so I've taken all of the animals out. I have 2 bulls and 1 cow left. They are all already loaded on the trailer. And this is a sketchy maneuver, the best of times. You know what, I don't even have to bother with closing the barn, since there's no one there anymore. I did wake up kinda sorta after a few hours of driving, and this field looks like it's slowly getting seeded. Put some clover in it, and when I'm done with this, I'm gonna reattach the plow, and I'm gonna tackle the hardest field I think we have here on the farm. It's gonna be the one that goes from our silo. Oh shoot! I forgot about the corn in the silo. Yeah, Mom did say that we have corn in the silo. About 17,000 liters, I think. I completely forgot about selling that. Shoot. Okay, well before... Okay, this caught me off guard a bit. But as I said, my brain turned into mush after all that plowing yesterday. And there's still more in stock. This is a nice intersection, it's very visible if anyone comes, so I can actually push it through without slowing down too much. Look at that meadow, that pasture. It was very lonely just a few hours ago, and now it's all crowded and everybody seems to be happy. And I did find that I can take another approach into the pasture, and that is I can go with the tractor forward in. This it would be easier with a more maneuverable tractor, but it can actually fit in. Alright, let me unload the last batch and we have a bit of a photo opportunity. Before we do that, let's close the gates. Open the gates a little. Right, so this is the trailer completely empty and we have all our beautiful animals, the Holstein cows, bulls and calves over here in this meadow. So there's water in here, I don't have to worry about that in this very moment. There's about a full field of grass, so they can munch on that. And if I'm not mistaken, we can actually expect to be paid something. So an inspector will probably come around and check if the animals are truly here grazing, and if this takes a bit of time, we're gonna get paid for the difference in weight. So yeah, what do you say? Nice little meadow, isn't it? A pasture, I mean. It would be nicer if it was up there. Up there. Ah, heck no. I struggled to get here with 6 animals in the back. I would probably not be able to do it up there. In any case, yeah, let's take that famous photo. Beautiful. Alrighty. Let me get back in. This closing doesn't really feel like it is. Okay. Now let's carefully go around all our beautiful animals. Oh, to be a cow in the Alps. Now to get out, I think I already messed it up. Yeah, I have to go as close to this as I can and make a sharp turn like this, and the trailer should follow. Beautiful. Anyway, I'll see you back at the farm when we park this setup up, and then I'm gonna change to plowing yet again. Right, I said I'm gonna check for the corn prices. Let's see where we're at right now. Okay, whew, crisis averted. It seems like the best price for selling corn is gonna be in July at around 896 per 1,000 liters, which is just under a euro per liter, I think. Yeah, that's correct. And everything else is going up right now, so pretty good. This is the average price, so we might expect some prices higher, some prices lower, maybe something completely different. put the trailer back. Now I can safely turn off the beacon, and let's do the thing that turns my brain into mush yet again. Stay tuned to see my brain damage. Okay, I should be driving. Oh, people. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's rough. But this does remind me of that song from Tina Turner, Proud Mary. When in the beginning she says she likes to do it nice and easy. And after a while, they all like to do it rough. So I got a message from father that a breakdown is imminent in Mercedes-Benz. I didn't quite catch it because I accidentally deleted it, but it said something about the preventive service is now possible, something, which means when the Mercedes is done with seeding the other field, the one down by the lake, it's gonna have to have a checkup. Yeah, I really don't want to have it die on the field, so but I think we'll take care of that issue next time. Is this working? It's working. Beautiful. So this part of the field, the top, is pretty much straightforward. Nothing major to report. But it gets very interesting down there. And of course, this is not the end. Come on. Come on. You can do it, Fent. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I'm not destroying the farm by doing this. But it just feels like it's a smart thing to do, since the animals respond better to alfalfa and clover if we compare it to regular grass. So, you know, why not? Why the heck not? Yeah, this Fend is gonna kick my behind, I think. Yeah. I'm using it too much. Right, so look at this steep hill. The trees are vertical, if that tells you anything. Like going down the steps, very steep steps. So downward is not as big of an issue as going upwards. Just trying to find the edge of the meadow. Okay, so everybody watching this, you can place bets if we're gonna be able to pull the plow to the top. Otherwise, I do have a plan hatched in my head, and that is when we come to the end. I have to fix it a bit over here. But yeah, my plan is that if it can't go back uphill, when we come to the end, we just go up on the road and then go back down and go down the pasture, the grassland itself. that might be the way to go about this issue. But I don't know, since I have never done this before, and I got no clue what the correct approach is for this. Maybe we should just leave this meadow as it is and don't worry about it. And this is the field's edge. Yeah, I don't know, guys. And girls. Whoever's watching. Do place your bets. I wanna see. I wanna see what you think about it. Okay, let's power on through. Okay, so this is the worst we got so far. We have never got down to 8 kilometers an hour in the previous fields. I'm trying to not steer, or as little as I possibly can. Now the challenge. We are pushing the engine 100%. It's never good. That's gonna kill us. I'm talking about us as if you're somehow involved in this. You're just a spectator in the safety of your own home. It's me who's gonna lose his life. Okay. Go into lower range. The third gear, can I... Do I dare? Okay, 5. Do I dare 4? I do. Man, this Fendt is a tractor and a half. Look at this, it's still pulling. Wow. I was fully expecting it to go limp and just stop. Look at this. It actually made it. Yeah, that's gonna kill us. Kill me. But don't worry. I'm tough as nails. After all, I did grow up on a farm. Grow up. So, yeah. That whooping my behind should not be the first and not the last thing I do in my life. Wow. Everybody, color me impressed. Yeah, I do think we're gonna have to make a good checkup for the tractor after we are done with this torture. Yeah, farming in the Alps is really no joke. If anybody tells you that they're a farmer and they are working in the Alpine region, yeah, pay them respect, because man, oh man, it's not for the faint-hearted. Downhill there's no issues at all. Of course, the gravity helps, but uphill it's a struggle. Alright, so I managed to plow up all the upper part of the field. Now I still have the lower part, and that will be us done with this one. Yeah, I really have strained this tractor too much, I think. I think I even saw it go up, the temperature that is, up to 94 degrees, which is 4 degrees more than it should have been. But I still haven't cleaned the radiator, so yeah, there's definitely some good behind whooping waiting for me. Yeah, so I still have this bottom part of the field. Now this shouldn't be too difficult because it's on fairly flat ground. So I can start over here by the rocks. And away we go. Yeah, mushy brain. Yeah, poor tractor. Yeah, I do feel for it. But I think the abuse is gonna be over with this plowing done. Because after that we only have to plow for, well, every so often. And if I can possibly avoid plowing altogether, I will definitely make sure that I do. But for this, for us to change the grass type, was just necessary to do. Yeah, it might need a bit of an overhaul. Come on, Fent, you can do it. Of course it can do it with the plow up in the air. Shit. Mushy brain. And the last little tiny piece. And done. Now just one more field and then we are truly done with the plowing. The tractor is still holding up. I am barely holding up. It's rough. It's very rough. But I think I'm gonna chug through. And I'm gonna chug through off screen. If I'm not mistaken, I can actually get down to that meadow with this road. Now looking at it, I might be mistaken. Yeah. I might as well be mistaken. In any case, I'm gonna make my way down to that field. Let me just fold up the plow before I go on the road. Beacon on and let's travel. I want to keep an eye out if there's any roads going in. So far, doesn't look promising. How could I forget? There might have been a road at one time. Or is it here? Okay, yeah, there's a road over here. Okay. So I did remember, I just didn't remember it correctly. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, the fent needs a lot of TLC. Alright, so we are here at the meadow. This is the field in question, and I'm gonna start at the top and work my way towards the bottom. Otherwise, I will strain the tractor even more. But if I continuously make my way down, I think it's better for the engine. So yeah, with this I'm gonna leave you today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. I do apologize for the screeching start of this episode. I wasn't feeling very good, but I feel much better now. And I guess you can hear that in my voice. A voice is like a window to the soul, I think. You know, can't really hide things. The voice shows it. The eyes also. But since you can't see my eyes, it's gotta be the voice. Okay, I'm gonna stop babbling. Join us next time, join me next time, when we continue this adventure and we do something new here in the beautiful Bavarian Alps in Austria. So take good care of yourselves and goodbye.